Hey, good morning. How are we? We're ready. You ready? So today I've got one heavy weight, and then I have one set of medium weights, the two bands, a hard one and a slightly easier one, and then the long band for bicep curls and a slider. So we got lots of equipment today. Hopefully we'll have enough time to use it all. If you want to just use weights and no bands, that's always an option. Okay, let's get started. So come all the way to the back of the mat, take your feet wide. We're gonna take a nice big deep breath. Reach the arms really wide, like you're trying to lift them up and away from the body. And then fold it down. Let your head relax. You're just looking through, completely unweighting the upper body. Now you're going to round up one vertebrae at a time. So your spine is in flexion until you get to the top. And then reach the arms all the way up and out again. And then all the way back down. Nice and slow. Let your head go. You don't want to be holding it up. You should be feeling a great little stretch in that lower back area. And if we're keeping our legs nice and straight, you're going to feel the back of the hamstrings. Okay, let's slowly roll up. When you roll up, you tuck your belly up and in. Reach the arms nice and long. And then come all the way back down again. Relaxing the whole upper body. And roll yourself back up with your belly nice and tight. And one more time. Now we're gonna really try to bring the arms a little closer together this time. And then let the right arm come down and let your left hip push out. And then take it over. And then let's do the same on the opposite side. So the right arm is going up, the hip is going out. And then all the way over with a nice long arm, feeling it all the way through that side body. And then let's switch sides. Now, while you're taking the arm over, you're reaching it up towards the ceiling. And then switch. We like to keep the arm nice and long. Hip goes out, arm goes over. Reach. And come back one more time on each side. If you get a little further, maybe not, just want to ease into this workout. And come back. Okay, bring your feet hip width apart. Take a nice big deep breath. We're going to swan dive it down, and then we're going to walk out and meet in a high plank. So come down nice and slow. And then walk your hands, baby steps, all the way to the front, keeping your legs straight. So let's try not to bend at the knee. Make sure you get your shoulders right on top of those wrists. Your hips are up, your belly's engaged, your legs are long. Whew, so much to remember. Now pull through to a down dog, and let's take our heels and push them towards the floor. Now elevate up onto the toes, pull the shoulders back over the wrists. And let's lift those hips back up. Drop those heels towards your mat. Elevate, pull forward. And back to your down dog. Come back to plank. Step your feet into bear. Let's try to get our knees just about 1 inch off the floor. Just hold on this for another breath. And now go to a small dog. And now we're going to be able to get the heels on the floor. You're going to really push those legs nice and straight. Come back to your bear with your shoulders over your wrists. Draw your belly up and in. Back to your small dog. Heels are down. Legs push out straight. Come back to your bear. Hold it here. Make sure you haven't dropped your face. Just look a little forward at the front of the mat. Nice. Now let's put the knees on the floor. So you just get like a 1 second reprieve, and then we're going to lift them back up an inch. Now, while we let go, I want you to still engage the belly. So knees down, knees up, and knees down, and knees up. And one more time down. Now, walk your hands in a little closer to your knees, not much. And let's do some cat-cows. So you're going to round the back, push away from the floor, and then reverse it. Big arch now in that back. Coccyx bone rotating up to the ceiling as you draw the belly up and in. And let's reverse it again. And now take your gaze forward. We're going to do about 3 more, but now on this next one, let's shift our hips backwards over the heels as we hold our spine in flexion. You're going to feel more of a stretch through the upper glutes and lower back. Come back forward and take it back again. And come back forward and back. Really try to create as much space between your shoulder blades as you can. Nice. Now come back onto all fours. We're going to extend the right arm forward, get it nice and long. So you're trying to touch the front of your room. And now the left leg backwards. You don't open the left hip up towards the ceiling. We don't do that. Keep both hips at the same height. And now we're going to switch and do the same on the other side. Left arm comes out, get it long. Right leg goes back, draw that belly up and in. And switch. Right arm, left leg. Both limbs are long. Point those toes back there. Lift the leg, but keep the hips square. And switch. One more time on each side. And other leg. Next, now from all fours, meet me in a down dog. So it's a small one. You're going to go up on your tippy toes. And down with the heels. Again, lift up. Lower down. One more time. Really push those heels as high up as you can get them. Now put the heels down. Walk your hands back to your feet. You're in a full forward fold with your legs nice and straight. Now turn your feet out just a little bit. So the ankles are a little wider than hip width and the toes are turned out a little bit. You're going to inhale and extend to a flat back. We're going to shift your butt backwards as far as you can. We're gonna walk the hands forward as far as you can. So big stretch for your armpit area. You're gonna hold on this, take 3 big breaths. And now walk your hands back so they're just in front of each foot. And you're gonna come into a nice little squat. So nice and low down with the booty, and then back to that straight leg. And now squat. As you squat, you really want to try to look forward. So just drop that back, keep your fingertips just hovering on the floor, and then you're right back into that straight leg with a full pull. So completely unweight the upper body, straighten out those legs. Extend the spine, drop your booty, take your gaze, look forward. And again, straight leg, full pull. Last one, extend the spine. Drop your butt. Now we're going to add on here, just lift your arms out in front so they're parallel to the floor. And we're going to slowly start to come up. Very slowly. And we're going to sweep our arms straight up towards the ceiling. And then relax. Okay. There's your warm up. Just going to get my water. I forgot it. Okay. Cheers. We're going to start with some bicep curls. So I'm going to use this long band, but you can use weights if that's what you have, or that's what you prefer. I just think it's good to switch it up. So I'm just going to step on the band. Now you can step, depending on how easy or hard your band is, with 1 foot or 2. I'm going to step with 2. So I got equal tightness on both arms. So standing nice and tall. It's all about posture. You're going to curl up. Should be challenging. So if it isn't, you got to choke up and make the band tough. Either take your feet farther apart or whatever other genius way you can figure this out to make it challenging. So I'm coming up nice and slow. I'm squeezing my shoulder blades in the back and I'm lowering with resistance. So no momentum. Up slow, squeeze. You really want to crowd out that chest. You should feel the thoracic spine working at the top of this move. Fully extend your arms. Do it again. Now, you may notice that I'm not moving my elbow to my shoulder. I'm keeping nice and close to the body. At the top, I'm really squeezing those blades. Come down slow. Now, if you're using weights instead of a band, you can go up at whatever pace you like, but please resist the weight when you lower. What we want to try to avoid doing is letting gravity take over. So inhale when you come up, blow it out when you go down. I'm going to try to do a few more nice and slow. Again, it's all about keeping your grip nice and loose, right? We don't want to injure something while we're trying to get something else strong. Kind of defeats the purpose. Okay, get rid of that band. I'm going to work these arms a little bit here. So I've got this red band, a small one. Just because my arms aren't that strong. If yours are strong, take the black one. Okay, so I'm going to take them out parallel to the floor. I'm standing with my feet a little wider than hip width because I want to feel nice and stable. I'm going to make the band tight. So open up your palms. And then you're going to slowly lower the arm, keeping that band really tight, and then slowly lift back up. Take it all the way up if you can, but not so far up that you can't see your arms in your peripheral vision. So if I'm looking straight ahead, I can still see my arms. They're slightly out in front. I want you to keep them like that. Keep that band pulling apart as you slowly lower back down. Now we're only doing 5 of these repetitions. Now when you get down, let the band close so the arms get a little rest. And we open it and we start to lift. Really work it. Ah, yes, pull it apart. Keep the arms so you can see them. Don't go too high. You want to engage your glutes, draw the belly in, stay very strong through your core. Start to come down. Try to pull it apart even more. Working all these itty bitty muscles in our arms. Once you get down, let it go. Re-engage. Proud of that chest. Start to lift. Really good for your arms. Hold up here. Don't go too far. Pull it apart a little more before you start to descend. When you get all the way down, let it go. Whew. Hopefully this is hard for you. If not, change your band and make it hard. Okay, tighten it up. Lift it slow as you try to open more. Trembling is really a welcoming experience, right? Hopefully you're feeling it. Try to really work it as best you can. Open it even more. And then let it go. Woo. Okay, hopefully you're getting sweaty. Open. Lift. Try to make it hard for yourself. Hold when you get up. Widen it if you can. If you have anything left, this is your last one. Make it great. Come down nice and slow. Whew. Oh my goodness, that's it for me. Okay. Whew. Grab water, a towel, whatever you need. We're going to move our mat out of the way. I have one disc, and I'm going to use my lighter weights. So I've got not my heaviest. So pick one up in each hand, grab that disc, make sure you have space. So we're going to put the disc on the right foot. Proud out that chest, just relax the arms, but don't let them fall and don't lose your posture, right? You want to be up and proud. Slide the leg back, or if you don't have the ability to slide, you're going to step back to a lunge, a reverse lunge. So I'm coming down nice and slow. When I feel like I'm down low enough, I'm going to lean forward. Just take that body, your torso, move it forward without repositioning your front leg. Now, when you're here, I want you to give me some rows. So elbows up, arms long again. Nice and slow. Up and down, we're doing 5. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And you're leaning forward, so slide back up. Ooh. What that does is it's working the quad and the hamstring at the same time. So it's challenging for the leg, even though our weights are not the heaviest. Okay, hopefully you felt that. Now, switch your feet, arms long, proud chest, slide back slowly. Nice and slow. When you're not going back anymore, don't move the front leg, just lower the torso. So you got a big forward lean, elbows up, long arms again. Squeeze, really try to work it. Then you have this one, get the arms long, slide up slowly with lots of control. Switch again. Woo, slide back. Big forward lean, that's super important. Otherwise, it's not going to feel challenging. Start your 5 rows. No rounding of the back. Slide back up when you've done your 5 rows. Switch feet again. I like to go back really slowly. You really want to try to work a big range here, but not so far that you can't hang on for these reps. Big forward lean. You got to go for it. Now row 5 times slowly. Come back up. Switch feet. Take it back. Have my disc upside down. Okay, lean forward. Give me some rows. Big lean. Try to really lean in. You're going to work that leg even more if you do. And then come back up. So using this dip instead of just stepping it back really gets all the itty bitty little muscles that help stabilize the leg. That's why this is such a good exercise. Switch. Take it back. Give me that big lean. 5 rows. Nice. Ooh, okay. Put those weights down. We're going to get our mat back. We're going to meet lying down. We're going to do that nice full body stretch. And then, before you get there, grab your small band. Just have it close by. We're going to take it all the way down for that nice big stretch. Reaching the arms nice and long. How good does that feel? Point your toes. Now, we're going to bring the feet up and the hands till they connect. So you're doing a little crunch, touching your toes. Your legs are long. And you're going to go back all the way down slowly. Back to that full body stretch. Back up. As the legs come up, you crunch up at the same time. Now, modification is to do this with bent legs. We always have choices. Just doing 5 of these all together. Then we're going to start to work our outer hips. Okay, on this last one, rock and roll yourself up to a seated position. Get your band around your ankles. I'm gonna grab a quick sip. Cheers, guys. We're getting it done. Okay, legs up. Nice and long. Open up wide. Hold it wide. Go in an inch and out an inch. Try to move your feet a little more forward so you feel your belly working. Draw it down. Just hold the pulse. Now hold your feet wide open. A little wider. And let them come back together slowly. So now you get a little reprieve. Open back out. That's why I said little, you're not there for long. Really fight for a big stance between those feet. Once you got it, start your pulse. Out an inch, in an inch. So we always start going out first, so you don't lose your range of motion. Hold it, a little wider, and then close. You have 3 more. Open nice and wide. Start your pulse. Hold it wide. And close it slow. Whew, getting hard. Okay, here we go. Open back up. A little wider. Start your pulse. Hold it. Get them a little wider. And close. Okay, we're going to do one more. Why not? Right? We want to kill this. Open. Pulse. Hold open. Close slow. Nice. Pull those knees into the chest. Let's make a nice little circle. Change your direction. Take your legs back up. Now we're going to do 5 just solid holds, and then we're getting rid of this band, I promise. So open wide and hold. Nice and quiet. Close slowly. You can bend your knees if you like, just for a little second. Back to that straight leg, open. Move your feet a little more forward if you can. Fight for the distance. Close slowly. Relax. You have 3 more. Straight legs. Open out. Move forward. Close slowly. Bend your legs. 2 more. So we're looking to have the same amount of distance when we finish as when we started, right? So don't give in because you think you're tired. Just commit to it. Hold them as wide as you can. Maybe go a little more forward so you really work your 6-pack muscle. And then close slow. And you're working on your last one. Up with the legs. So let's move them a little more forward before we start to open up. And then open up as wide as you can. And close slowly. Nice job. Get rid of your band. Rock and roll yourself back up. Grab some water. If you need it, and if you don't, don't. Okay, we're going to come all the way back up. So I have 1 heavy weight. That's what I'm grabbing. We're gonna do a little balance work because I love to do that and it's super important. And a little, you know, balance challenge here. So here we go. I'm working my left leg. I have the weight in my right hand. I've kickstanded my right foot. I'm gonna come down slow, lifting that back leg parallel to the floor. Moving nice and slow so I'm not wobbling. I'm gonna try to get the weight just inside that foot and then I'm gonna come up. Now we're gonna switch. Take the weight to the left hand, kickstand the left foot. Here we go. Come down nice and slow. Line up that weight with the foot. So it's just on the inside of the foot, and then you come up slow. Switch again. This is really one exercise that you can never do enough of. It's working your upper body, your lower body, your core, everything really, your balance. So if you're like, oh, I'm looking for an exercise I should do, this is a good go-to. So we're just alternating nice and slow from side to side. Try to come up with as much control and slowly as you can. What really helps you balance is engaging muscle, right? So the back leg should be nice and long and straight, not floating. Just go nice and slow side to side. Okay, we're going to do one more on each leg. Make these the best. Okay, now take the weight and hold it horizontally, sorry, vertically. And I've got my heels on the inside of my mat and my toes outside the mat. So my toes are turned up. I'm going to come down slowly into a nice low squat. Don't let the elbows touch your legs, right? You're holding the weight out in front. This is work for your thoracic spine and your legs. We're going to go up and down slow, 5 times total. You really want to keep your spine long and get your booty down. Pressing up through the heels, not the toes. So really important to keep your face looking forward. Helps you keep your upper back in the right position instead of rounding. So I think we'll do one more. Woohoo! So fun. Nice job. Okay, put it down. We're back down on the floor. You're going to take the 2 medium weights that you have. We're going to do some more arm work. So all the way down, legs bent, palms facing up, face each other, palms face each other. Tricep extensions. So I've got my elbows right over the shoulder. I'm going to just bend the arm. I'm going to come down slow. Now, I've got both weights tapping the shoulder. I'm going to straighten the right arm again while I leave the left one bent. Then I'm going to bring the right arm back down, and I'm going to switch. I'm going to straighten the left arm while the right weight is just resting there, and then switch. That comes down, the other one goes up. Take that one down. So you got both weights tapping the shoulder, and then you just extend the other one. So you're just working nice and slow, one at a time. Now, while that one arm is resting there, it's actually still working. It's not completely released. So hopefully we're going to get a little more tired quicker, a little more tired, a little tired. Maybe not tired at all. Go slow. Okay, shoot for a few more. But you got to really take that arm down slowly. You got to fight against gravity. And when you've done that last one, put those weights off to the side. We're going to do a little core work here. Give our hands a little bit of a break. Hopefully you weren't squeezing the weight. So your arms are going to rest on the floor. You're going to bend your legs so you've got a 90-degree angle at the knee. Flex your feet. Press your lower back into the floor. So little pelvic tilt, right? Now, move your feet 1 inch forward. You feel tightness in that belly? That's your six-pack muscle working. And if you don't, you haven't moved your knees and feet out enough. But here's the key. We want our low back skin to stay on the floor. So if you go too far, it's going to be impossible to keep that pelvic tilting up, pelvis. So just find that sweet spot. Relax the shoulders, relax the face. Just hang out here. You're drawing the belly down. Low back skin on the floor. See if you've got any more room to take those feet a little further out. Don't forget to breathe. This should feel challenging. You're building endurance here. So you've got those legs, even though you've moved them out, they're still bent at the knee. Now relax. Put the feet down on the floor. Your legs have a big bend in them. Take the arms all the way back behind you. Let the knees fall to the right. How good does that feel? Take that left knee, try to get it down towards the floor. Bring the knees back up, go the opposite side. Your arms are reaching back there, they're nice and long. Come back up, bring the arms back forward and rest them down on the floor. Round two here, we're gonna add on. So get the 90-degree bend at the knee, move the feet out. And now keep that low back skin on the floor. Keep the right leg bent, but hover the heel 1 inch above the floor. Find the floor to make sure you're there. Draw that belly down. Keep trying to tilt the pelvis up. And pull both knees back in. This is a much more advanced move, so we're not going to hold it as long. But you want to get a little edgy with it. Flex your feet back to your starting position, move them out. Low back skin on the floor. Keep your ribs low. Cover your left knee. You got a big bend in that leg, right? So your right knee is pushing forward. It's a lot of work for the transverse abdominis muscles. Come back in. Woo, little reprieve. Back to your starting point. Get that low back skin on the floor, hover the right heel. Find the floor and then just lift it just off of it. You might notice you're stronger on one side than the other. Fight for that weak side. Pull it back in, little reprieve. Do it again. Stomach pushes down. Cover that heel. Come on, back in. Take the arms all the way back behind you, but keep your knees pressing in towards you. So you're in a little tuck position with the legs, but you've got the arms nice and long behind you. Bring the arms forward. You're going to rock and roll yourself up to a seated position. We're going to grab these medium weights. We're going to do some flies to work our chest and arms. So center them just over the chest, palms face. Arms stay nice and long. We're going to open out slowly and then bring them back together. So once you get used to this movement, work till you feel the back of the arms touch down, then come back together nice and slow. Now your palms are going to have a tendency to want to end up over the face. Keep them over your chest. Squeeze the chest as you bring those hands together. Your lower back is pressing into the floor and you're drawing down the belly. Those muscles don't get a break. Try to go down on 5 counts and try to come up on 5 counts. It's not easy. That's why we're using a slightly lighter weight. We're going to do 2 more and then we're going to try doing 1 arm at a time. That will force you to engage your core muscles for stability. So when you get through this rep, let's meet at the top. And now we're going to do the right arm only. So very strong through your core. Keep your ribs nice and low. Take that right arm out. Don't let your hips shift. Feel how much harder that is? Now you're going to stay on that right arm and do 4 more repetitions. A lot of work for the chest, which is great. Doing 1 at a time is way more challenging to stay solid through your core. We want to make sure we're not over gripping. And when you've done the reps on that side, you got the left arm to do. Don't squeeze that weight. Keep them over the chest. Five counts out, 5 counts in. It's very slow. Now, when you finished 5 on that side, hold your arms up, your palms are facing. We're just going to lower the elbows close to the body, down to the floor, and press them back up. So again, down slow, press up. And do 3 more, squeezing the chest at the very top of the move. Nice. Now pull those weights together at the top so they're touching. Keep your arms long and let's do a lat pull. Ribs are low, Core is engaged. Arms stay nice and long. Take them back as far as you're comfortable, and then pull them forward. Nice and steady. Same pace going back as coming up. You got to be the boss of these weights. Couple more, you got this. Okay, bring the weights towards your chest, rock it, roll yourself up, put them down. You're gonna meet me lying back down on the floor. We're gonna do that Sean exercise where we have a very small bend in the leg and we turn our toes into touch and our knees. So ideally, you want to have the smallest bend in the leg as possible. Now you're going to take your fingers and you're going to just cup them. This is our last exercise. I know we are out of time. If you have to leave, I totally get it. Now, push the heels down, isometrically pull them towards you, squeeze your knees even harder. Back of the arms are off the floor. We just got to get through 2 more of these and then we're done. Okay, release it. Open the feet, turn them all the way up. Turn the knees all the way up. And then close them back together again. Push down, pull, lift. How's that for fast cueing? Squeeze. Open, release. Here's your last one, ladies. Squeeze. Push the heels towards the floor, pull them isometrically, get your butt up, squeeze hard. 5, 4, 3, 2, let it go. Full body stretch. We're gonna rock and roll ourselves back up, Pilates style. Tuck your chin, dive between your legs. Oh, where did the time go? Nice little stretch here for the back. Come on, back up. Pull those feet in, get up on the toes. And full fold. We're gonna round up Pilates style. Take one nice big deep breath. And I thank you so much for your power and strength. Awesome job. Then there's one standing.
And she's really standing too. The plumber